welcome to the Drivers Room Endurance Championship once again. This is Season 5, Round 5, Tier 1, and we're at Maggiore GP in the Group 4 cars. If we take a look at the standings, we can see that Smith leads after 4 rounds, after taking 2 clean sweeps, followed by Chris, then Plux, who's been missing for the last 2 rounds after winning the opening 2, Gadget, Muller, Ronan, Nee and Senna. Let's see what happened down at the track. So you take a look at the start line, we can already see that we've got a repeat of round 2's grid with Plux on pole and Smith in second. So let's take a look down at the grid walk. As we take a look down at the grid, we can see that Plux has picked off where he left off, taking pole again here at the Italian circuit. Followed by Smith, who will be on super softs and look for him to make a fast start in the Ferrari. Then we've got Ben with an excellent qualifying 3rd position, though expect him to go backwards at the start in the Toyota. Then we have Senna in the Mustang, look for a fast start from him, possibly challenging with Plux into turn 1. Then we've got Nee in the Toyota again, he'll probably drop a few places. Then we've got Gadget a little bit further back in the Lexus than he won, but he'll definitely move forward off the start. That car starts really well. We've got Rice in the Jaguar F-Type. That's another car that starts reasonably well, looking for him to make positions early on. Kim in the Toyota, the last of the Toyotas. Look for him to fall near the back at the start, but he should race well. Muller a little bit out of position in the McLaren. Should expect him to come forward. We've got Richie in the Lexus, he should start well as well. We've got Daz in the Hurricane, unfortunately because of the wonders of Gran Turismo we've lost his livery. And then we've got Chris, who's been the surprise here, the McGann showing very little pace, so expect him to try and work his way forward through strategy. We are bringing up to the start now, so we've got Plux on the inside into turn 1, Smith on the outside. It's going to be a good close thing as we're on the way. Looks like actually Plux got a great reaction time, but you can see already the Toyota, terrible start. And like I said, Senna looking good into turn 1, as does Gadget, as does Rice. The Toyotas fell back. Rice trying to roll it around the outside. There's Richie, he had a fabulous start up to 6th position. Nee and Ben dropped down to 7th and 8th. Ben started in 3rd, but Smith gets away well, followed by Plux. Then Senna, still side by side between Rice and Gadget as we head down towards the twin right hand corner. Infamously, that's where Smith came off last time we were here in round 2 in the Group 1 cars. We'll hope that he won't do that again. Otherwise he may get an infamous name in that corner. There is Smith. He's starting to streak away. As we go on board with him, we can see the gap he's pulling. He actually already is thinking about trying to break that slipstream. This is a long way back though. As we head into the hairpin for the first time. Oh, and it looks like Plux is actually taking a lot out of him into that corner. As they run up the hill, he's definitely closer than he was before. Seems to have managed to counter the concertina effect that hairpins usually cause. So we're now back in the pack. We can see Nee. Actually, he's managed to stay ahead of Muller. Muller didn't get the start I was expecting from him. And Chris, unfortunately, is right at the back still. But he should race better than... Oh, as we come on board now with the race leader, Plux is all right up behind him. So head through the final corner. Smith actually runs a little bit wide as we're on board with the 360 cam here. Will Plux take a look down into T1? Doesn't quite have an overlap. He'll probably pull out. Remember, we are racing with full damage, so contact between cars can destroy your race. There's Senna. He's having a good first lap. This is Richie here actually, all the way up to 5th position. He's had a great start, managed to get past Rice at some point. We didn't see that on camera. And a great run. Smith's pushing hard out of that corner, trying to hold on to an advantage. That might have dirtied up his tyres though. Plux doesn't have a run into this double right-hander. So we head through here, and Smith's done it again! He's gone off at the same corner as he did in the Group 1 cars. And, well, that's unfortunate. I think, if I'm honest, that's probably going to have become Smith's corner. So, that is Smith losing the position. He's now under attack from Senna, though Senna hasn't taken a particularly good line through there. I think he got a little bit upset in the dirty air. These cars, whilst they've got the least downforce of any of the group cars that we drive in DREC, unfortunately, I need to get a little bit of... Let's see what happened here. Why did Richie drop down the order? So I just spotted that. What happened here? So he too went a little bit wide on the way in. Got a tank slapper on. And he goes wide on the apex. Tries to keep his foot in there. Whoa, big tank slapper. Good catch by him. You can see he flicks the hazards on. And there is Kim. Fighting with Muller. I expect to see the Toyota come back through the field. These cars are the established best car in Group 4, which is actually leading them to being banned next season. Oh, not next season, next year. 2020, the Toyota GT86 will be banned. But it's been allowed to remain in the series until the end of this year. Oh, Richie, what an absolute shame. He was having a side-by-side battle there with Ben. Ben's dropped a lot of pace as well. Maybe he feels like it was his fault. He's lost a few positions. Either that or they were two separate incidents, but they were fighting side-by-side. He's still on board with Muller, who might be holding up Kim a little bit now. There's Gadget. He's closed right back up behind Senna. Senna not being able to put Smith under much pressure. As Gadget takes a little look. Doesn't go for it though, doesn't commit. Senna is bad on his tyres. It's a well-known fact that he does destroy his tyres quite easily, as does the Mustang, so it's kind of a match made not in heaven for endurance racing. Gadget again, just feigning a little look there, just pushing, making his mirrors, well, making Senna's mirrors full of yellow Sigma car. And again, knee jogger, looking good. He's managed to get past Muller and is now pulling away a bit. He's closed back up behind Rice. Rice has had a good start, but the Jag could be a little bit difficult, hard on its tyres. As Richie's now fallen all the way down. He's now behind Chris, but he is now getting back past. You can just see the difference in straight line speed. Senna really holding up. Everyone from 3rd down to 6th. This is a good 4-car scrap. How long can he hold them off for? As we run through the final 2 corners, these are so critical to having a good lap. Run through. There's DJ Rice and Knee. Oh, Senna looks like we've got a bad run there actually. That's allowed Gadget alongside. As they head into turn 1, he's got the inside line. Senna will try and hang it around the outside. Gadget wisely had the line, so he cut him off there. Perfectly within his right to do so. He'd won the corner. Now Rice is going to be able to have a look. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Senna going slower through the corner than Rice wanted, probably. And he also tapped the back of Rice. as they head down to the now named Smith corner. It's a difficult corner. It's actually kind of on camber, but if you get a little wide, it's very dirty, and then it's very easy to get wrong. Rice still trying to have a look. Falls back in line for now. Definitely the Mustang is bad on its tyres, and they're starting to go already. As we follow later on to the lap, you can see Rice has now got through. Let's see what he does. Oh, he dives it down the inside using all the inside curb he can, and slithers up the inside. Now he has his sights set on Rice. What can he do here? You'd think he would have to wait a little bit to line him up. Can he use the extra grip? And he does. He gets straight up the inside. Beautiful. In 2 corners, he's gone up 2 positions, and now he's going to be chasing after Gadget. It's a great sequence of sequence of corners. Gadget, who is starting to close back down on Smith. As we quickly jump forward, see our leader, Pluxtheduck, ever since getting past Smith, without having to put much effort in. There's a kind of run away now. Let's see if any of these guys can catch up to him though. Could be that Smith's a bit of a cork in the bottle. Oh, and Senna gets a lovely move down the inside there. Possibly a little bit ambitious, but he pulls it off. Rice sees him coming. Allows him to take the space. Gets it pulled up down the inside. Beautiful move. One of the best of the, probably the whole year actually. There's Ben. Still stuck behind Muller. So now on board with Knee Jogger on lap 6. Oh, Gadget goes wide. This is going to give Knee a run. There we go. You can just see how much time you lose by making a mistake through part 1 and 2. It compromises you all the way down the straight. And here he goes into the slipstream. The Toyota's got no punch until it hits the slipstream, but once it gets there, it suddenly is it's a different beast in a straight line. Here he goes down the inside. Same move as Senna did, but he was a little less surprised, and he's through now. His tyres are looking fabulous actually. He's one of the few drivers who've gone for a split sprint, but Gadget's managed to get back up the inside. A poor bit of camera work there. Gadget has managed to, a little bit of wheel banging there between the 2 drivers. Possibly just a little bit unsighted. Gadget tried to go around the outside there. It's worth a shot. We're on board with Muller just briefly there. So we jump forward. Smith's just come out the pitch. You can see by his fresh tyres. He's now, as has Gadget, dropped out in front of Kim. He's managed to get past Muller. And there's Senna who's just pitted. So you can see just a couple of seconds gap makes a huge difference. There's Chris. Richie at the back, has pitted. And Smith is going to be the fastest car on track, most probably. Either him or Gadget. There's Ben up to 3rd, having not pitted. The Toyota showing it's got good tyre life as well as, excellent pace. Here's Plux. What's he going to do this time? He's got a fairly good gap to Knee. He might consider pitting now. Try and get out in front. Not lose too much time. As we're on board with Smith, he's looking at Ben. And he's got so much more grip, you can just see. As Plux does pit from the lead, will Knee Jogger get through? We're on board with Smith. Ben's running a little bit deep there. Smith was going to go for it, but there was this tiny bit of contact you heard there. And it does look like Knee's managed to get back past Plux, which is a little unfortunate for the M4R Pepsi driver. He's now going to be caught behind him, and this will give Smith a good chance because Smith is now past Ben. So this lap, Smith could kind of fight back. He's at the advantage of 1 lap on his tyres, so he's going to know what sort of car he's got underneath him, as does Gadget. So I'm on board on lap 8 with the Plux. Down the inside at Smith corner. He actually gives up. He goes for a better exit. They're now going to be side by side up towards the fast sweeping section. This is a daring move by Plux. He swoops it all the way around the outside. That's an excellent move. He's on the super soft tyres, they're fresh, and he's just taken all that grip and used it to get past and put a car between himself and Smith. Smith, of course, who leads the championship, having raced in all 4 rounds so far. As we cut forward, this is Nee's pit stop just before the 20-minute mark. Looking at 28 or 29 lap race. So you just see a flash of Daz and Kim there. Oh, but he's come out behind Rice. He didn't want to come out behind there, probably. If he'd got just a little bit ahead, I think he would have possibly had a good chance when it came to the next stop, because it's now very obvious that Nee's going for a 2-stop. Yeah, he could have possibly be jumping Smith, but now he's going to be stuck behind Rice. Unless he can make a move through Smith corner. You see Sam went a little bit wide there, but Rice has gone wide on the exit. He's done a bit of a Smith through Smith corner, not as badly as the infamous incidents. That is Knee jogger through with almost no time loss. We are on lap 12, and he's caught up to the back of Muller, who's managed to pull himself right into play here. Muller, who's sticking with Gadget as they come into pit now after their second stints. Muller, who was on the supers. There's Plux. We're on board with Kim. Can Kim get himself in front of Muller? That would really help his race out, but Muller's managed to get himself up to speed. This is it's a very short pit lane, and it's a very short run from the pit lane into turn 1, so you don't lose too much time coming out the pits. And now it's Gadget's turn to be stuck behind Rice, but Rice has gone wide out of that corner. That will probably result in a penalty. It's very wide out of there, so maybe he got away with it. As they head down to Smith corner. There's Ben, who's putting in an excellent race so far, up in 4th position. Ben, who's shown glimpses of promise for podiums, but never... he's got a couple, but he's never really put a whole season together. He struggles at some tracks, but he's always done well in this Toyota. Always a very fair driver. Just if he could take a little bit extra step in pace, he'd be up there fighting with the big guns. As we look at Knee, we can see the gap between the 3-stop and the 2-stop. Smith does favour a 3-stop strategy. He likes to use the softest compounds available. Suits his driving style. And it's a strategy he's used with great effect throughout his time in Tier 2 and now Tier 1. He pulled off 2 clean sweeps in the last 2 rounds. Knee was the one of the main championship protagonists in Season 1. He's not really put a whole season together since then. This has been one of his better seasons, and this is definitely one of his best races. Smith now pits on lap 13. This will release Knee. We've still got plenty of life left in those tyres as we look at Plux there on the super soft tyres. He'll be pitting soon. Gadget comes through, and he is still behind Smith. As we're now on board with Smith, overtaking Ben. This is on the next lap. You can just see the difference there, actually, with a good run. Oh, but Ben gets a great run up the hill. Can he fight back? Or is Smith's slightly more powerful Ferrari going to be able to hold this on? It's looking likely. Ben's going to have to fall behind. It's great to see the quickest drivers from Tier 2 last season really mixing up with the established Tier 1 drivers. As we see Pluxtheduck going into the pits. And there's Knee. He's having a great race. Remember, he was in 8th after the first, couple of corners. He's driving a fantastic race. He is going to maintain second though. Only he couldn't jump past Plux. He's pulled out enough of a gap now. Comes out back on supers again. So committed to that 3-stop strategy. There's Smith. And Ben. At the moment it's Toyota, Ferrari, Toyota, Lexus and McLaren in our top 6. This has been a fine race by Miller, to be fair. Yeah, he didn't qualify that well, but he's played himself right in here with strategy. Yeah, good natural tyre wear, or tyre usage. So we're jumping ahead now. Knee. Finishing his second stint. Is Kim going to get out? No, he's going to be behind. There's Miller and Gadget safely through on Knee. We expect to see Knee closing back up to them shortly with the fresh tyres. There's Ben in third. He'll be pitting soon as well. A bit of an earlier pit stop for Knee. Not quite 40 minutes yet, so he's going for a slightly asymmetrical 2. As you see Plux and Smith currently way out in the lead. There's Plux. Smith got a comfortable gap back to third. And the drivers on the same strategy. 4th and 5th. Knee's looking like the danger man now. At least the unknown. All the other top drivers are up doing 3 stops. Knee's on a 2, and he's making it work brilliantly as we jump forward to lap 18. Oh, a nice little look up the inside. That's going to put Miller off. Of course, Knee won't get quite as good drive out of that corner, but it would have upset Miller's run. Would have had to go on the slightly dirty part of the track as well. But Miller's having a look at Gadget. This is a good 3-way scuffle. And Knee's driven it in hard there. He's got a great run out through that corner. He's now alongside with the McLaren. I think he's going to have this. This is a left-hander. He's got fresher tyres. Miller tries to hold on there, but he was never going to quite make that stick. There's Gadget. He's been winless since season 1. And now stay with Gadget. We've had Smith just coming out the pits. So Smith drops in behind Gadget. And you can hear the difference in the engine notes and driving styles. Gadget using slightly higher gears. Nice smooth exit there by Miller. Smith, the complete opposite, aggressive, turning in late and hard, sliding the car through to try and get the nose and the tail round quickly. There's Knee, up in second. He's got to do a fuel stop soon, but talking of fuel stops, Plux is going to be in this time, I believe. Look how little fuel he's got left. Currently, this has been a very strong performance by Plux. If he carries on like this, he should be on for a clean sweep. Though I think Knee may currently have the fastest lap off him. So on that final stint, he's going to have to dig deep to steal that point back away from Knee. So we're on board with Kim again. Let's see what happens here. Terrible bit of camera work, but Gadget has come out in front of him. That helps Gadget out because he can now chase down Ben. Gadget, the outside of Smith. The leading 3-stopper in the pack. We're disregarding Plux here because he managed to break away early. Hasn't had to do any fighting. A resplendent super yellow car. As we're on board with Muller. He did drop out behind Kim. Just see already how much more grip Miller's got. Kim goes very wide out of that corner. He's now wide through turn 4. That's going to give Miller the run, and actually it looks like Kim's just completely given that up. Immediately moves over. Not finding that position. Maybe he knows he's not in that race. I'd say that was probably a little bit too polite by the Norwegian driver. Becoming a fan favourite amongst the community with his fantastic YouTube videos. We'll actually use this as a chance to say, if you want to get involved with Driver's Room, your organiser for this series is Gr4. Ping him, or ping any of us, we'll point you in the right direction. And please check out the YouTube videos. Obviously I put some out, so does Kim, so does Muller, and for the other tier we've also got AGT Racer, or Grimlock, the voice of the Driver's Room. So please check all of them out, they put out fantastic content. Please come join us for some fantastic races. As you see Gadget now, we're actually right near the end of the race already. This has been a quick one flyby. So short, sharp highlights. There's Ben on much older tyres. It's actually got a little bit more fuel than Gadget. Oh, Gadget got that a little bit wrong. Went in a little bit deep, got a bit of understeer. His tyres are starting to wear probably. You can already see that Nijog has jumped Smith in the final pit stop phase. Unfortunately we didn't get that on camera. We're now on the final lap though, and oh, what's happened here? Smith's, well, I'd say Smith cornered it, but it looks more like he's had a disconnection issue. It's similar to the issue that Plux had in Barcelona. Yeah, he's just rolling back now. What an absolute shame. That was a podium. It's just been snatched away from him. That must be gutting for him. We're on the final lap. We've got one last tight battle here. Gadget, here's where Gadget needs to get close though. Up through this section here. He's going to have the slipstream. It's going to come down who can get the better run through the hairpin. Oh, he closes up a lot in the braking sector. He gets it through on that inside curb. Here he comes now. He's got the run. He's got to make sure he gets off that throttle a little bit or he's going to get caught out. He's stuck out on the outside. What's he going to do here? Oh, he's had to run around the outside. He had to lift off. Lost all his momentum. That's going to cost him now. Because the Lexus may be on fresher tyres, but the Toyota is a better car to here as we now catch up with Plux, who takes the win in dominating style. There's Nee, who's pulled off a masterclass in strategy to make the two-stop work. Jeez, that's burning off some penalty he picked up at the end. But a fantastic drive by Nee. And Ben's going to hold off for a Toyota 1, 2, 3, just highlighting just how good that Toyota is. If you can get it off the line. Gadget with a possibly disappointing 4th position. Muller with a great 5th. Kim in 6th. Doing a big slide, and we've actually hardly mentioned him in the race, but Chris with the drive of the race as we see the other finishers, getting that car from 12th to 7th by the end. A fantastic result for him. So after that fantastic race, we can see that Plux has regained the lead of the championship, mostly due to the fact that poor old Smith lost his points because he did not finish. There's now a 15-point gap between them in the championship. Then we've got Chris still in 3rd, Gadget in 4th, with Muller in 5th. Nee leaps up the order with a strong 2nd place. Then we've got Ben, Etten, Ronin, Rice and Daz, with some other drivers lower down the field. Catch us again soon for Monza in the Group 3 cars, and yeah, see us then.